shit! This is perfect!
Happy Sunday, everybody. This live marathon storm chasing stream features the craziest multiple vortex tornadoes that I've seen in my 25-year storm chasing career. Shown here is actually the birth of the Elmora Bluffton EF4 tornado on June 17, 2010. We were shooting storm chasers at the time. We were in the Dominators. We had a radar that was mounted on the roof that was scanning the vertical winds inside of tornadoes. We also had our air cannons on the back of the Dominators to launch sensors into these tornadoes. This one developed with a multiple vortex phase. You're going to see that as it touches down, you're going to see those sub-vortices develop. The balance of a tornado, called cyclostrophic balance, is a very delicate one. You have the outward directed centrifugal force, you have the inward directed pressure gradient force, and if you disrupt that balance just a little bit, then you get a process called vortex breakdown. The wind goes in toward the low pressure, will cause the singular vortex to separate into sub-vortices, and each one of those individual sub-vortices is capable of producing very powerful winds on the very short time scales and the small space scales. And as those sub-vortices are able to tighten up within the tornado, it's very possible that they could even produce winds that approach the speed of sound. So I'm going to be monitoring this live stream. You can see my Mickey D's jacket here as well. And I hope you enjoy this footage of the craziest multiple vortex tornadoes of the last 25 years of storm chase.
Oh yeah. Which way is it going? Canals.
Oh man.
Oh no. Right over that house.
Sisters.
Gosh, I hope it misses that house.
Oh Lord. We're so good. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm great. Okay. Wow. Okay, man. All right. Seriously. Oh, yeah, we're fine.
Right.
Yeah, we've been to this before. Where's the Dominator? You're in it. Get in. Oh, wow. They go past the trees. Lean forward. Lean forward. Oh, look at it over the road! Power flashes. Creep up a little bit. Yep, let's do it. I see the Dominator, there they are. Okay, ready to stop? Got it. Whoa! Woohoo! Oh, yes! Woo! Yes! Woo! Put your window up, David.
Got it up!
So there you can see that first intercept. We actually launched the air cannons inside of that tornado. A big red launch button inside of the Dominator will shoot those probes in a straight up direction, and they go up about 30, 40 feet up in the air, and then the updraft inside of the tornado will do the rest. And then as the tornado moved off to the northeast, it quickly grew into a mega wedge, basically approaching 1.5 miles wide as its largest. And then we paralleled that tornado, and Joel ended up having to blow by the TIV as we were moving from south to north, paralleling this tornado. This supercell actually produced 2 EF4 tornadoes back to back. This was the first one, and then it produced another EF4 tornado that roared into Wadena, Minnesota, causing quite a bit of destruction. This tornado. So this tornado was actually on Mother's Day and just a couple days before my mom's birthday, May 7, 2015, just to the southwest of Denton, Texas. And I call this one El Reno Light. It was a multiple vortex tornado, but it was a little bit smaller in spatial scale, probably about a half mile wide instead of 2.6 miles wide. But it did have the sub-vortices of all different shapes and sizes rotating around inside, stovepipes, ropes, even would consolidate into a larger parent vortex that was a wedge, where the individual multiple vortices were not visible. But this was a crazy season, 2015. The southern plains were incredibly active. An energized southern branch, energized subtropical jet was leading to flooding, long duration severe weather, and tornado events. Never stop chasing.
Give me the camera. Hold on. Get out of the car here.
No. You're not safe? What the hell are you doing?
Okay. I promise. I got this under control.
No. Gizmo did a dingleberry.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, this would be just a
Turn off the windshield wipers. Turn off the wipers.
and
Don't get in an accident.
Arnett is in the path of that storm as it's now 4 miles. The core of the storm, very potentially
Oh my
dangerous area
God.
within
Okay, stop. We're
less
good.
than 10 miles from Arnett. Not probably about
Don't go! Jesus Christ!
It's
Get in.
moving to the northeast at about 30 miles.
Shut
an
your
hour.
door. Shut your door.
Thank you very much.
Shut your door.
Okay,
go, back up.
The 101 Weather Center.
Back up.
Them coming, however, we do not want you out right in that podunk area.
Hear that? Oh no, those are structures. Oh no. No. Wow. Can you hear that? Oh my God, look at it. Oh, it's on it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at the vortex. Vortex all the way down to the ground. Oh my God, that's violent. Look at the motion.
This tornado right here is one of the more classic vortex breakdown cases I've ever seen. And often when you disrupt that delicate balance of outward directed centrifugal force, inward directed pressure gradient force of a tornado, then you'll get rapid breakdown of that vortex, and that's called a vortex breakdown bubble. And that's when you get that helical configuration. The vortex is starting to expand. The sub-vortices will attain that helical configuration, often with a jet-like vortex right below it. And when this tornado underwent vortex breakdown and that vortex breakdown bubble descended and hit the ground, unfortunately, it happened right at the same time as a farmhouse. The house was actually destroyed by this tornado. And as it was undergoing vortex breakdown, it started to emit an immense roar. So you could definitely tell that the tornado intensified via breakdown. Each one of those individual vortices was capable of packing a major punch, probably had winds well in excess of 200 miles an hour with that tornado. In this case, the vortex breakdown, the Pipestone, Manitoba tornado, June 23rd, 2007, 3 vortices right next to each other on that tornado. And it was a singular vortex as it crossed the road and then bam, split into those 3 different vortices. And here you can see multiple vortex tornado. And this was actually the Tilston, Manitoba tornado on July 27, 2015, paralleling this north-moving tornado. Yet again, one of the classic multiple vortex cases that I've ever seen in 25 years of storm chasing. windshield wipers, multi-vortex. Get by these silos. Right here's good. Right here's good.
It's a violent tornado.
Yeah, it is. Sample it. That car better back up. Keep going, you're good. It's movie, it's good movies. I promise you're good.
I can see it.
See, it's east of the road. Look, big tornado. Big wind forming east. You can punch up next to it now. Hit power lines. Oh, that's fine. Swear away. The happiest man on the planet right now. All right, you can get up there, Sean. Behind it. Let's get right up next to it. That's it. Go, go, go. We're going to RP. We're going to RP. Go. Okay, right here's good. Stop, stop, stop. No, we're okay. Rear inflow jet. Let's by it. Go by it. Go around to the left side. You got clearance. Okay, shoot right through there. Come on, you can get it. You can get it. Are you kidding me? I'm never going to relax in this situation. Right here, boss. I might even get out of the car. No, it won't come back. This tornado is actually from 2015, which was an incredibly active season from the southern plains all the way to the Canadian prairies. Oftentimes, these active southern plain season will be crazy in the southern tornado alley. Then you'll have a little bit of a break for the central and northern plains portion, late spring into summer. And then you get a lot of big tornado intercepts up in Canada. This multiple vortex tornado that you see right here is from April 26, 2011, during a record-breaking April. So April of 2011 featured more tornadoes than any other month in recorded history, with over 700 tornadoes during April of 2011 alone. Included in that, two major outbreaks, April 15, 2011, April 16 out in the Carolina Piedmont, and then April 25, 26, 27, and 28, 4-day long tornado outbreak that did include the super outbreak of April 27, 2011. The day before, April 26, 2011, we intercepted this multiple vortex tornado just to the east of Dallas, Van Zandt County. Very possible this area could get some severe weather, including tornadoes on Wednesday night. Possibly could be more of a nocturnal type of a tornado event Wednesday night, and then during the day on Thursday, potentially expanding and a more widespread event. Go, Joel. Yes. Get down. Drop to the ground. Drop down, Joel. You gotta drop down.
Oh, right there! Out that window, get out that window, you're left. Roll down your other window, you're fine, you're fine.
See it? Roll it down.
Up. Actually, you guys, if you can back
Yeah, you
up,
guys.
back up.
No, they've got to get south.
No, there it is.
POV did. All right, it's gonna go east of us. All right, production. We're gonna come back south of the road we just went north on and come up with a new plan of attack. I can't. Everybody remain calm. It's right there to our west. See? Now you know where it is. It's due west of us. Okay. Go a little further to the edge of those trees. Yeah, you got time. Keep going, please. Keep going. This tornado's moving southeast. We're behind. Stay in there. Go. Keep going. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Go. Please. Here you go. You gotta trust me. vortex.
Starting to move north.
It's moving southeast.
Do I have to get out and go back there?
No.
It's moving southeast, guys. We're gonna have to go again.
I think we should do it.
Go back there, yank the top right here.
This isn't gonna work. We gotta go a little further.
Go up this door if you're gonna do
We
it.
gotta go further, guys. We're still like way far away. If you want to get the Zorb, that'd be a good time to do it, though. Okay, right here's good. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill. Yep. Okay, right here's good. Stop. One. Hey, stop! It's the boy. The boy. Deploy everything. Wait. You're fine.
Where is it?
It's right here. We're gonna have to get out of here. Oh wait, we're okay right here. Let it go.
Alright, no, that's pretty fucking fast.
It's all right. It's not the middle.
You're all right. You got a hill right here. It's perfect. Stop right here. Stop. Power flashes.
The fucking house is gonna level us.
Hold on. Watch
Get out of the way
it.
of the house.
I can watch it. I'm watching it. Jesus. Slow it. Stop, please. The house is gonna be fine. Stop. Please don't move. You got anything else to deploy? No. Shoot the air cannon. Wait a little bit. Wait till it's in the inflow. Yeah, they'll stop right here. Just don't move. Please don't move the car until I tell you. I know.
They're just gonna miss us anyway. No.
Yeah, Billy. A purely wide angle. Okay, shoot the air cannon pretty soon. Here it comes.
Why?
Not yet.
We'll drop down?
Go a little bit. Get ready to go a little further. We're gonna shoot the air cannon. Oh, there's suction vortices. We are not getting in that one yet. It's coming at us. Perfect hill though.
Get on the three of them.
You got easterlies now. Get ready. We're gonna have to drop south to deploy a little bit.
We'll be in perfect position. This thing is over the hill.
That is violent.
Yep, very violent.
Vortices are definitely left.
Get ready. Punch it though.
Wow, look at that.
Get ready to punch it. Holy cow! Take it out.
I think we need to go south. Dude, we gotta get south.
I know. Press me on it. Gun it. We're gonna deploy up here.
Moving slow. Moving really slow.
Listen to the roar! Gun it! I got you! Come on, we can't shoot iPhone video! We gotta deploy! No, go! Go! It's moving away from us! Get right up in there that we're gonna deploy, okay? Get right up in there!
I got it.
We're fine! I'm watching the edge of the occlusion, you don't need to roll it up! You're fine! Deploy! Deploy the cannon now! It's in there! Don't move, Todd! Don't close it. No! Hold on, don't drop down, it's gonna kill me! You're okay, do not do it! Do not drop down! Please! No, it isn't. It only looks that way because of the wind. Oh, do your windshield wipers, hurry. Go!
up. It's gone. I think it fell on the table. Are you serious? It's gonna get pulled in. Don't worry. The Zorb is in there. It's dropped down. No, you're okay. You're okay. Go up the window. All right. Hail with hail. Everybody get out. Drop it down. Drop down. Drop down. Window's up.
So this tornado was a Coleridge, Nebraska tornado, and it was a multiple vortex when it first formed, and as it was intensifying. Oftentimes the multiple vortex tornadoes will happen as they're maturing, as they're intensifying, because as the tornado is evolving and it's not in a steady state, then it's more difficult to maintain that balance, that complex cyclostrophic balance. Wind will go in across isobars. Basically, the cyclostrophic balance is the perfect balance between outward directed centrifugal force, inward directed pressure gradient force. And you can see at the surface, two different inflow channels coming in at the surface, whereas above, the tornado vortex is occluded by a sheath of sinking air that's relatively impenetrable. And when you have those two inflow jets coming in at the surface, that's what we were trying to ride in through our transparent spheres, the Zorbs that contain a camera, they contain instruments, and the goal is for those to bounce along the ground in those inflow channels until they hit the corner flow, and then they'll rocket straight upward in the updraft inside of the tornado, measuring data inside, measuring high resolution GPS. Now we're shifting gears toward the El Reno tornado. This is the El Reno, the birth of the El Reno tornado. It was a multiple vortex tornado from birth. As I was approaching this storm, there were actually two HP supercells right next to each other as we're heading west on I-40. The northern one, you could tell, was getting a little bit choked off, and then the southern one, that southern base was starting to dominate. The base was growing in size, and bam, it produced this tornado first to the west of El Reno. And it continued to grow in size and maintained itself as a multiple vortex tornado as it matured, which is pretty rare for a tornado like that to be multiple vortex during its whole life cycle. But the tornado cyclone was such a large scale in that situation that it was difficult to maintain that complex, that delicate balance that is cyclostrophic balance of a tornado. Centrifugal force directed outward, pressure gradient force directed inward. Never stop chasing. So during the El Reno tornado, even though initially we were in the path of the tornado, we allowed it to pass just to our south. Then as the tornado matured, I made it a point to do a hook slice maneuver, which is the safest way to intercept a tornado, in my opinion, and from my experience. Tornadoes like to expand down shear. They don't like to expand up shear. That's like paddling upstream or trying to run up an escalator going the wrong way. Maybe you went the wrong way and you're trying to just bust it up an escalator. Very difficult. Tornadoes don't like to expand up shear, so that's why I like to do the hook slice maneuver, going, in this case, west to east into the backside of the tornado. And then even if you get a flat tire or you stop, just stopping is an escape route. You can allow the tornado to move off to your east. You can watch it do that classic left-hand turn that these mature tornadoes will often do. The Greensburg, Kansas tornado did that as well. Even though more recent research, they call it deviant tornado motion. It's really an expected path for a maturing tornado, especially when that's large size. Often as they mature and get shed from the parent mesocyclone, that occlusion process will happen. They'll make that left-hand turn. We call it shedding of a vortex of a lower scale. Happens quite a bit. And in this case, the El Reno tornado matured, did that left-hand turn. You can see that baseball-sized hailstone just sitting out there. This is the bear's cage of the supercell. Just in the path of the tornado, a little bit south of the forward flank downdraft, but right where the largest hail will fall. We call it the vault of the supercell as well. A tilted supercell, you can get that vault region, the location between the tornado and the hail core. And this is as we were approaching the backside of the El Reno tornado. We actually ran into power lines, and the power lines wrapped around the light bar on the hood. Sean Schofer driving the Dominator had to back up, tightening up those power lines on the light bar, and then bam, shot the hood off like a frisbee into the tornado, and we never saw the hood again. It's very likely that that hood never hit the ground. We went back into the damage path trying to look for the Dominator hood. The good news is that by removing the hood and exposing the engine to the open air, we actually solved the overheating problem with Dominator 2. And we had Dominator 1 and Dominator 2 intercepting this tornado at the same time.
Keep going, buddy. Look at the debris coming down. We're still in a rural area, but there's definitely debris flying from the sky. It is growing in size, as you can see here. Look all to the right. We got big problems here. Oh, there's a suction vortex to the south. See that? Another one right there on the back side of it. That's on the back side of the tornado right there. This thing has multiple tornadoes. Debris right there. Yeah, I agree. There's multiple tornadoes. Another one on the back side. There's a mile-wide circulation with cones and stovepipes rotating all around it. This is just like Salina a couple days ago, all over again. It's almost stationary now, it looks like. There's the left side. There's the right side. And everybody okay? Back her up.
Back up. Back up. Watch you don't get rear-ended here.
Can we get out of there? Wow! All right, we just ripped the hood off.
Okay.
The tornado actually ripped our hood off of the Dominator. The hood is missing. This is.
Oh my gosh. Go that way. Go back.
Wow.
Down line
Yeah.
there.
You guys all right?
You gotta go back.
Tornado!
And yeah, that tornado, May 20, 2013, the EF5 in Moore, Oklahoma, barely missed my house by about a mile and a half off to the west. Channel 4, Mike Morgan and Channel 4 actually wanted to shoot helicopter shots of the Dominator on I-35 leading up to that tornado. That caused us to miss the EF5 that hit Moore on May 20. We ended up on the southern mode, that one near Highway 9 that also produced tornadoes, but really needed to be right on the nose of that low-level jet near that subtle surface low, dry line bulge right into Moore, Norman, and that produced the EF5. This tornado was from 2019 in Arkansas, Dierks, Arkansas. This was April 9. The day after this, I actually saw a QLCS tornado on April 10, 2019. One of the more textbook QLCS tornadoes I've ever seen. It was an EF2 tornado that hit Meridian, Mississippi. Look at that power flash in that tornado. I'm also one of the only people that saw this wedge in Arkansas. I think Chris Jackson out of South Carolina was also on this. That was how I ended up meeting him. And so here I'm heading off to the north. Tornado is just off to my west. I was trying to get into a good position. This tornado also did that classic left-hand turn. And actually tried to move away from me a little bit. I am going to be activating storm chase mode next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Looks like a Wednesday night setup, eastern Texas into Arkansas. Thursday, a more widespread tornado outbreak across a large swath of the Mid-South, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Honestly, I still need to look at the models today. I did look at them last night. Not sure how the 12Z models have trended. But I do think that with a trough ejection of such a large scale, it's very difficult to not get a very substantial tornado event out of something like that. But this is one of the few significant tornadoes I've seen in Arkansas. I haven't had the best luck in Arkansas overall. It is pretty complex terrain-wise to chase in Arkansas as well. You've got the Ozark Mountains, Ozark Plateau off to the north. You have a lot of dense forest. Then you have the Delta in eastern Arkansas on approach to the Mississippi River. And now I'm going to leave you with June 17, 2010, a big-time intercept. June 17 historically has been a major intercept day for the Dominators. This was actually exactly 1 year after the windows were blown out on that June 17, 2009 intercept in southern Nebraska that was featured on Storm Chase.
There now. That was moving. We'll come down any second. RP left. Could be a wedge. Almost here. The objects are almost on the ground. There's pressure, I think. This is going to be our deployment.
My God.
We got northerly inflow going to it.
Yeah.
Tightening there, further west. Further west. That's what's tightening further west now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, yes, right there.
There it is. There it is, right. It's going to be a big one. Look at the wedge, Joe. I see a wedge. Which one would you deploy on?
Oh, it's so bad.
What do you guys think? Wait for it. Wait for the big one. There it is.
is.
There it is. All right, emotion.
This is perfect.
Where's it going?
All right, Joe, we got to figure out an intercept point. We go to the west. Cut across the road. Well, as long as we're on the path, man. If we do want to, we'll be right here. All right, it's going to move you north. Yeah, this will work. There it is. Work, Jack. Get ready. Get the radar ready.
Reporting it.
This thing. It's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be a wedge to the right. I think we want to deploy the wedge. Guys, I think we'll deploy in the wedge for the right.
Fireball, man. Let's do it.
All right, Joel, if we can get into that inflow thing, we can get it. Is that road?
Thank you, Kathy Harburger, for that super chat contribution. Definitely much appreciated. It's purely social media that supports my live storm chasing and my live briefings, mostly YouTube and Facebook these days, where I'm posting the content that's also used to support our science, our Team Dominator science, deployment of the gravitron sensors, launching of rockets into tornadoes, as well as our other science, our drone-based science as well, all led by Mark, designing that equipment directly. Then I just take it into the tornado itself. I'm actually pulling for the Detroit Rams. I definitely believe that Matt Stafford, all those years in Detroit, not really getting Detroit over the hump. I think that he deserves it. So as a Detroit Lions fan, I'm definitely pulling for Matthew Stafford. And look at that multiple vortex evolution, June 17, 2010. This tornado touched down as a multiple vortex and then became a very large singular vortex, approaching about 1.5 miles wide. So it came very close to being a mega wedge being a tornado with a width of 1.5 miles and larger. This circulation began relatively small and then ballooned out, expand over to 1.5 miles wide. Definitely an intense tornado.
Where's the Dominator? Oh, look at it over the road! Power flashes. Creep up a little bit. Yep, do it. Dominator, really on. Okay. We're gonna stop. Got it. Whoa! Woohoo! Yes! Woo! Yes! Woo! Put your window up, David. Got it up.
So at this time, we had just launched our air cannons inside of this tornado. The air cannons are connected to a compressor in the back of Dominator 2, and the air cannons are built into the back of it, basically like potato guns. We turn on the air compressor. It then arms the air cannons, and then once we're inside of the tornado, that's when we're able to launch those sensors in a straight up direction inside of the tornado, and the updraft will take over. The air cannons launch up, the parachute deploys, and then the winds of the tornado will take off, lofting the sensor up through the tornado and up into the mesocyclone above. The issue back then is that we didn't have the tracking was not very effective, and the long-range communication technology wasn't quite there, 2009 and 2010. So all the sensors that we actually launched into the tornado, we ended up losing. And also wanted to thank Kyle Harkness. Thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. That's what makes live briefings and live storm chasing possible. Also helps to support our storm chasing science. Here on June 17, 2010, this is when Joel blew by the TIV. There you could see it happening right alongside that EF4 tornado.
Yeah, we passed the TIV in a front drive. Hell yeah! Hey, I'm gonna wave them on.
There it is. It's getting tight on the left.
Wow, watch where they go. They're gonna go in.
Oh man, that's
I got it. I got the perfect shot.
It's all about the radar.
Radar, two more.
Radar.
Radar.
I can't tell, dude. I think it's got research.
Yeah, the long-range radio communication, as pioneered by Mark when we first launched that rocket into the tornado in 2019, has been very effective at live data streaming. We're able to stream data at a rate of 1 hertz, and if we recover the sensors that Mark has designed, we then can gain access to the 10 hertz data. But I've been trying to launch sensors and trackable sensors, miniaturized sensors into tornadoes for almost 15 years now, back since 2009. Working with Radiance Technologies, which eventually became Hyperion Technology Group. The technology wasn't quite ready back then. The drone technology hadn't even taken off yet back then. We had the 15-foot wingspan aircraft, the remote-controlled aircraft that we were dropping parachute probes out of the base of that aircraft. The limitation of that is really the occlusion process and the mechanisms by which tornadoes form. Usually you'll have 2 inflow channels right at ground level, occlusion on the funnel all the way up as that sheath of sinking air encapsulates the vortex. So when we were dropping parachute probes from a loft with our 15-foot wingspan aircraft, those would be racing toward the tornado, and then they'd eventually hit that sheath of sinking air and just go straight to the ground. It would never penetrate the sheath of sinking air. And that's why we started using rockets, things with propulsion, high-speed drones as well, FPV drones. And the rockets, the propulsion of the model rocket, which would carry the miniaturized sensor in the nose cone, was capable of penetrating that sheath of sinking air. Then the parachute would deploy, and then the sensor would loft up inside of the tornado vortex, encapsulated by the sinking air. But inside of that sheath of sinking air, you get rotation and you get vertical uplift. And so then the goal is for the miniaturized sensor with the parachute probe to act in a Lagrangian framework and go along with the flow of the tornado all the way up to the mesocyclone. I just finished my publication. It's about 37 pages long that discusses all of our delivery mechanisms, shares our data collected by launching the rocket inside of that tornado in 2019. Just got my revisions back, and I need to shorten it now into 3 different research papers, one of which we plan on submitting to Nature. The other 2, I think one will focus on more of the sensors, more for an engineering type of a paper. Mark would definitely be the lead author on that. And then we'd also consolidate our paper, just a general summary of the meteorological data that we collected inside of that rocket launch in 2019.
Hear that? Oh no, those are structures. Oh no. No. Wow. Can you hear that? Oh my God, look at it.
Oh, it's on it. Look at that.
Look at that!
Oh my
look at
God.
that! Look at this! Look at this! This is unbelievable. Look at the vortex! Vortex all the way down to the ground!
Oh my God, that's violent! Look at the motion!
Stop right here! Stop! 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 sitting in that field. I think it's a beast. Jesus, poor Pete. That house is gonna be safe, I think.
Where how weird?
Well, 3 suction vortices.
Oh wow.
That's like 3 almost.
Keep paralleling it. You got it. Perfect.
This tornado was another multiple vortex, July 27, 2015, in Dominator 3. And this tornado actually sucked my poutine out the window. So I was trying to enjoy my poutine, sitting there in the Dominator 3, and then suddenly a big surge of the RFD. Both windows were down, and bam, the poutine got sucked right out the window. Didn't even have a bite of that poutine, unfortunately. 2015 was a very active season. Southern Plains were very active, and then oftentimes you'll get a break in the late spring into the summer, and then you get a big event up in the Canadian prairies. I'm thinking that this next year is going to have more similarities to 2011. The trough ejection that's happening next week, Wednesday into Thursday, is a classic La Nina, year 2 La Nina cold PDO type of a trough evolution ridge building in the north central Pacific over the warm NPO, and then a shortwave dive south along the west coast of North America, rapidly gaining amplitude, diving into northern Mexico, and then bringing severe weather over the southeastern, or actually the heart of the central southern Great Plains, and then the mid-south, all depending on how long the shortwave trough can maintain its bowling ball characteristics, maintain its amplitude upon ejection from the southeastern Great Plains, and how quickly it'll shear out over the subtropical ridge that will be located just off the southeastern U.S. That's what's helping to maintain that deep moisture down in the Caribbean. The Caribbean Sea is above normal. You have a reservoir of 70s dew points just sitting down there, and the southerly winds on the west side of that anticyclone help to maintain that moisture into the southern Gulf of Mexico, leading to rapid moisture evolution. On Wednesday, though, it does look like the late arrival of that moisture could preclude daytime initiation of storms. You may not have a tight enough dry line or a bulging dry line or rapid enough cyclogenesis to the east of the southern Rockies to get a daytime initiation into North Texas and to southern Oklahoma. But I'm still going to wait until we're within range of the NAM and especially the convective allowing models until I make that determination, because usually once you get a little bit closer to the event, it'll really start to tighten up those surface features.
Swear away. The happiest man on the planet right now. All right, you can get up there, Sean. Behind it. Just get right up next to it. That's it. Go, go, go. We're going to RFD. We're going to RFD. Go. Okay, right here's good. Stop, stop, stop. No, we're okay. Rear inflow jet. Let's press by it. Go by it. Go around to the left side. You got clearance. Okay, shoot right through there. Come on, you can get it. You can get it. Are you kidding me? I'm never going to relax in this situation. Right here, boss. We're okay here. I might even get out of the car. No, it won't come back. I promise. I can see it. I can see it on the south side.
Twitter's working right here. Holy shit, it's just sitting there. Can you see the color cloud?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Production, you guys might need to roll.
Here it comes.
Yeah, there's a tornado right up here coming down right on top of us. Get in! Get in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle, Small. Guys, get down! Get down! Power flashes, southeast, everybody down! How's going? Up and down!
Good.
There it is! There it is!
I got it. Guys! Over here, about to rip trees out of the ground!
Guys, look! Holy. I think we're gonna keep going.
Side the ground, debris! Go, Joel! Yes, get down, drop to the ground. Drop down, Joel, we gotta drop down! Oh, right there! Out that window, get out that window, you're left! Roll down your other window, you're fine, you're fine.
See it?
Roll it down!
Up. Actually, you guys, if you can back
Yeah, you
up,
guys,
back up.
oh, they've got to get south.
No, there it is. They...
POV did. All right, it's gonna go east of us. We're gonna. All right, production. We're gonna come back south of the road. This way, north side, and come up with a new plan of attack.
I can't.
Everybody remain calm. It's right there to our west. See? Now you know where it is. It's due west of us. Okay. Go a little further to the edge of those trees. Yeah, you got time. Keep going, please. Keep going. This tornado's moving southeast. We're behind. Stay in there. Go. Keep going. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Go. Please. Here you go. You gotta trust me. This speed will be perfect right here. This speed's perfect. All right, guys. Right here's good. Yeah. A little further. Multi-vortex.
Starting to move north.
It's moving southeast.
Do I have to get out and go back there? No.
It's moving southeast, guys. We're gonna have to go again.
I think we should do it. Go back there, yank the top right here.
This isn't gonna work. We gotta go a little further.
Go up this door if you're gonna do
We
it.
gotta go further, guys. We're still like way far away. If you want to get the Zorb, that'd be a good time to do it, though. Okay, right here's good. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, let's do it. It's all hill.
Yep. Okay, right here's good. Stop.
Right here.
One. Hey, stop! It's the boy. The boy. Deploy everything. Wait.
Close it. What is it? Close.
You're fine.
Where is it?
It's right here. We gotta have to get out of here. Oh wait, we're okay right here. Let it go.
No, it's pretty fucking wild. It's all right. It's not the middle.
You're all right. Got a hill right here. It's perfect. Stop right here. Stop. Power flashes.
That fucking host is gonna level us.
Hold on. Watch
Get out
it.
of the way of the host.
I can watch it. I'm watching it.
Right.
Jesus.
We're safe here. We'll be in the house if we move. We'll be back up.
Slow it. Stop, please. The house could be fine. Stop. Please don't move. You got anything else to deploy? No. Shoot the air cannon. Wait a little bit. Wait till it's in the inflow. Yeah, don't stop right here. Just don't move. Please don't move the car until I tell you. I know.
They're just gonna miss us anyway. No.
You have no idea. I'm purely wide angle. Okay, shoot the air cannon pretty soon. Here it comes.
What?
Not yet.
We'll drop down?
Go a little bit, get ready to go a little further. We're gonna shoot the air cannon. Oh, there's suction vortices. We are not getting in that one yet. It's coming at us. A perfect hill though.
Get on the three of them.
You got easterlies now, get ready. We're gonna have to drop south to deploy a little bit.
We'll be in perfect position. This thing is unreal.
That is violent.
Yep, very violent.
Vortices are definitely left.
Get ready, punch it though.
Wow, look at that.
Get ready to punch it. Holy cow! Take it out.
I think we need to go south. Let them. Dude, we gotta get south.
I know. Chris got it. Gun it. We're gonna deploy up here.
Moving slow. Moving really slow.
Listen to the roar! Gun it! I got you. Come on, we can't shoot iPhone video. We gotta deploy. No, go! It's moving away from us. Get right up in there, then we're gonna deploy, okay? Get right up in there.
I got it.
We're fine. I'm watching the edge of the occlusion. You don't need to roll it up. You're fine. Deploy the cannon now. It's in there. Don't move, Todd. Don't close it. No. Hold on. Don't drop down. It's going to kill me. You're okay. Do not do it. Do not drop down. Please. Do your windshield wipers, hurry! God. The probe went up, it's gone.
I think it fell on the panel.
Are you serious? It's gonna get pulled in, don't worry. The storm is in there.
It's dropped down.
No, you're okay! You're okay.
Go up the window.
All right.
Hail with hail.
Everybody get out, drop it down.
Drop down.
Drop down!
Windows up. Holy shit.
Is it coming back at us?
Yeah. Back up.
Oh, we're good.
No, just drop it flush. We're good right here. Stop.
Whoa.
Please stop.
It's backing up.
Yeah, back up.
Back it up.
Back it up!
Can't see.
Hurry! It's just rear inflow, Jack.
No, it's backing up fast.
Dude, you guys, you're gonna go off the road. You're okay. We just got easterlies out. Windshield wiper. Right here's good. Right there's it is backing up.
Yeah, it's going. Come right out.
It's okay now.
We're all right. It's not gonna like.
Shit. That's right.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, horizontal.
South of I-40, on Reno, south of I-40. It's going to be right here in front of me, Mike. It's coming down right now. Very, very, very low to the ground. The entire vortex coming down to the ground, Mike. I've got to back out of it. In fact, very, very close. Pretty close to it.
Wow. Wow. Yep, I do.
Alright, we're getting really close.
Okay.
Slowing us out.
Yeah, as you can see, my jacket has a large fry on the side. Large fry. It's also got my name right here. And then you can see the back. No, this is a tornado. So the whole tornado vortex is above spinning. And then you'll get subvortices that will form underneath that'll kick up dirt. It's not always condensed. So you'll see cloud matter that will try to reach down, and then you'll see dust at the low levels. And then eventually the whole thing plants as the low pressure, that negative pressure perturbation, descends all the way down to the ground. It's more easy to condense a column of air at lower pressure. And that's why the condensation funnel basically gives you an idea of what the pressure distribution is like around that tornado. If you get horizontal vortices that will feed into the tornado, there you can see a condensed tornado vortex that gives you an idea, a rough idea of where the low pressure is located. You have lower pressure in that tornado, so at the same level, you're getting condensation, whereas just outside of the funnel, you're not getting condensation. And assuming a uniform moisture and temperature environment, thermodynamics from outside to inside of the tornado, which is, probably a rough approximation, it has to be the lower pressure that drives the wind around the tornado vortex that causes it to condense. And so that's how the condensation funnel gives you an idea of the pressure distribution. It's also the reason why I'm a lot more afraid of a tornado beneath a high base storm, one that's relatively dry beneath cloud base. To get the condensation funnel all the way down to the ground beneath a high base storm with relatively high LCLs, you need a dramatic negative pressure perturbation. You need a rapid pressure fall to get that condensation all the way down to the ground because it's a drier subcloud base environment.
Look at the debris coming down. We're still in a rural area, but there's definitely debris flying from the sky. It is growing in size, as you can see here. Look all to the right. We got big problems here. Oh, there's a suction vortex to the south. See that? Another one right there on the back side of it. That's on the back side of the tornado right there. This thing has multiple tornadoes. Debris right there. Yeah, I agree. There's multiple tornadoes. Another one on the back side. There's a mile-wide circulation with cones and stovepipes rotating all around it. This is just like Salina a couple days ago all over again. It's almost stationary now, it looks like. There's the left side. There's the right side. And everybody okay? Back her up.
Back up. Back up. Watch you don't get rear-ended here.
Can we get out of there? Wow! All right, we just ripped the hood off.
Okay.
The tornado actually ripped our hood off of the Dominator. The hood is missing. This is.
Oh my gosh.
Go that way. Go back.
Wow.
Down line.
Yeah. You guys all right?
You gotta go back.
Tornado! Large tornado! Wedge! We got a tornado on the ground, guys! Just to my left! There it is! Oh, wow! It's coming down! Tornado touching down! Just trying.
Denominator
Wrap it
ribbon.
around it.
Okay, everybody, I'm just looking at the new 12Z NAM. We're finally within 84 hours of the system, and I can give you a quick breakdown of the severe weather here, right now that we've grinded through this marathon compilation of tornado videos. So here it is. So here is the forecast for Wednesday at 0Z. This is the NAM 500 millibar forecast. You can see that strong flow that was on the backside of the NAM earlier on Wednesday is rounding the base of the trough, helping it to deepen. It's still deepening here. You can still see a relatively open wave upon ejection from the Southern Rockies. Doesn't seem to dig as far south as some of the other models indicated, but boy, does it get pretty close to northern Mexico. There's that bowling ball of a system very close to the Four Corners. So if this system were to close off over the Four Corners, then I would think it's going to be a mega blizzard for Denver and the Colorado Front Range, but this is just a little bit south of that. And interestingly, during the day on Wednesday in the NAM, it actually opens back up. So it still should be deepening by this time. And it still gains that perfectly neutral tilt right upon arrival of the Southern Plains. This is at 0Z. Definitely will have a low-level jet downstream. Look at that monster low-level jet. But as is often the case with these Southern Plains early systems, you'll often have the low-level jet a little bit off to the east of where the storms will form. So the storms will end up forming back along the dry line, likely to the west of I-35, and then your axis of the low-level jet just a little bit to the east. But I do think those storms could develop right near sunset, probably along the dry line first, and then you're going to get these prefrontal confluence lines downstream. But notice how, in this image, the western edge of the dew point gradient is definitely west of the low-level jet axis. So the storms will probably initiate out in this well-mixed air to the west of DFW, and then gradually mature and evolve off to the east, and they'll eventually move into that low-level jet, or storms will develop along a prefrontal confluence line a little bit to the east. We can look at an energy helicity index. This basically shows you the coincidence of surface-based instability with 0 to 3 kilometer storm relative helicity. And interestingly, it actually has a more favorable thermodynamic and kinematic environment up into Oklahoma, western Oklahoma. That's at 0Z. Storms would probably initiate right along that dry line bulge. But notice how these surface features are starting to tighten up quite a bit as well. There's your surface low, a 996 surface low, a front that is crashing off to the south, a dry line that's punching off to the east, a lot tighter of a dry line. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do get storms that develop up tight to that surface low, maybe at 0Z. But if they don't develop during the daylight hours and they're going to develop off to the east in those prefrontal confluence lines closer to the core of that low-level jet, but it is looking to me like it's going to be a nocturnal event Wednesday night and then a bigger event on Thursday, more widespread severe weather centered around the central and southern Mississippi River Valley. And there, look at that NAM. Already shows convective initiation across western Oklahoma. Daytime initiation of storms. This is looking like a western Oklahoma type of a chase. Let's just pick out a random sounding there. Marginal severe weather, you do kind of have the smaller hodograph shape up there, but look at that. It's 59 over 54. That sounds bad on the surface, but when it's winter, Southern Plains, cold bowling ball of air aloft. The Hammond, Oklahoma tornado comes to mind, March. That was also an early season tornado. These things can definitely be sleepers, especially in western Oklahoma where you get a bit of a bulging dry line. Let's take a look at some of the wind shear 0 to 1 kilometer EHI. And let's pick one down near Lawton, Altus area, a little bit further south. That's a pretty nice hodograph. So I'm picking up spot soundings there. Let me remove my head And you can actually see a pretty well curved totograph. Your low level jet south-southwest at about 35 knots. Your surface wind south-southeast at about 10 to 12 knots. More than sufficient bulk shear. Your upper levels are quite strong, 40, 50, 60 knots out there. More than sufficient to evacuate that rain and hail from the updrafts. Decent cape as well. A little capping inversion that should easily be overcome. 60 over 53 at the low levels, and you'll probably have some higher dew points. Definitely should be pushing the mid 60s there across southwestern Oklahoma, Highway 62. It does come together late though. So these storms are probably going to develop right near sunset, southwestern Oklahoma into North Texas. And you can already start to see this environment begin to get more favorable along the I-35 corridor. Look at that, an even longer photograph with your 1 kilometer wind pushing 50 knots closer to the core of that low-level jet. Not a lot of capping either, so I do think that there could be some renegade storms that also develop out in the open warm sector, setting the stage for Wednesday night. GFS looks roughly similar. And then you're going to see after sunset that environment really start to ramp up across East Texas, southeastern Oklahoma. That's at about midnight. So it definitely is going to be setting the stage for a nocturnal outbreak of severe weather with tornado potential, East Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, and eventually pushing into Arkansas. And this is that 9Z environment, still prime for tornadoes. East Texas, pushing into northwestern Louisiana, southern Arkansas. And now we're starting to go to Thursday morning. The event shifts over to the Mid-South. And as we get closer to Thursday, also within the convective allowing models or the CAMs, you're really going to see this instability increase. This is near midday, though. That shows you the instability axis almost all the way up to the Tennessee border, the whole state of Mississippi by noon, moving into Alabama by peak heating during the afternoon hours. But then the system is shearing out and lifting up toward the southern Great Lakes. So that should compress that severe weather, central southern Alabama, eventually into western Georgia as well by the evening hours, by Thursday evening. That favorable environment, some surface-based instability pushing all the way here. Upstate South Carolina runs into the wedge a little bit to the east of the Appalachians, but you still have favorable wind shear for that tornado potential. And a decent low-level jet still cranking back behind it. There's Wednesday evening. Thursday evening. Let's do Thursday at midday. Thursday at midday, there's that stout low-level jet dominating the entire state, central northern Alabama, back into Mississippi. I think you could pretty much count on that general I-20 corridor from southeastern Mississippi, Jackson Meridian, up through Tuscaloosa, for once again being that active corridor for that tornado potential. Very large photograph. The larger these photographs in general, the more large and curved that they are like this, that's the more storm relative helicity available to these storms. This is more of a classic Dixie Alley type of a photograph, very large photograph, strong wind fields, 1 kilometer wind of 60 knots. You got to look at like you're looking down at the atmosphere with the photograph. A southerly surface wind at 15 knots, south-southwesterly wind at 1 kilometer, about 60 knots. It's where the wind is blowing toward that you plot here. And then 2, 3, 4 kilometers, 5 and 6 kilometers up there, west-southwesterly at about 60 knots. So still quite a bit of directional shear with that system ejecting. Large scale trough, but shearing out as it's lifting up toward the Great Lakes, but still maintaining enough of that cyclonic curvature to still have a pretty large low-level jet that covers multiple states. Right now, the models at least are trending a little bit further south with that instability making it up into central Tennessee. Hopefully it'll stay to the south of those areas that were impacted by the dangerous severe weather in Kentucky, but I wouldn't be surprised if that instability ends up verifying a little bit further north as well than what's being indicated by the new forecast models. So thank you everybody for tuning in to this weather report. Hopefully, let's see how many people we lost now that we were talking about the forecast and a live weather briefing. I think once we kind of drill down into the details, it's pretty easy to start losing people. Thank you, Sandy, so much for that super chat contribution. Much appreciated, everybody. And now I'm going to get back to your regularly scheduled programming with the multiple vortex tornadoes.
Just sitting in that field. I think it's a beast. Jesus, poor people. That house is gonna be safe, I think.
Where hell weird?
Well, 3 suction vortices.
Oh wow.
That's like 3 almost.
Keep paralleling it. You got it. Perfect. Parallel, be careful. Watch out for fine debris. That's a big time hole right there, guys. That's a big time hole. Woo! Holy fuck! That is big time! Alright, get a little closer to it if you can. I can't jump distance though. Last one, some shot. Alright, you can go. Oh, I hit something! It's not the cow! No! Don't turn around, please! I'm hanging out the window! You do windshield wipers, multi-vortex, get by these silos! Right here's good. Right here's good.
It's a violent tornado.
Yeah, it is. Ample it. That car better back up. Keep going. You're good. It's moving. It's gonna move east. I promise you're good.
I can see it.
See, it's east of the road. Look, big tornado. Big wedge forming east. You can punch up next to it now. Hit power lines. Oh, that's fine. Swear away. I have this man on the planet right now. Alright, you can get up there, Sean. Behind it. Just get right up next to it. That's it. Go, go, go. We're gonna RP. We're gonna RP. Go. Okay, right here's good. Stop, stop, stop. No, we're okay. Rear inflow jet. Let's bust by it. Go by it. Go around to the left side. You got clearance. Okay, shoot right through there. Come on, you can get it. You can get it. Are you kidding me? I'm never going to relax in this situation.
shit, it's just sitting there. Can you see the color cloud?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Production, you guys might need to roll.
Here it comes.
Yeah, there's a tornado right up here coming down right on top of us. Get in! Get in the vehicle. Get in the vehicle, Small. Guys, get down! Get down! Power flash is southeast! Everybody down! How's it going? Drop it down!
Good.
There it is! There it is!
I got it.
Big time! Right down there, guys! We're over here about to rip trees out of the ground!
Guys, look. Holy. I think we're gonna keep going.
Side the ground debris! Go, Joel! Yes, get down, drop to the ground. Drop down, Joel! We gotta drop down!
Oh, right there! Out that window! Out that window! Get out that window! You're left. Roll down your other window. You're fine. You're fine.
See it? Roll it down!
Back up. Actually, you guys, if you can
Yeah,
back
you
up,
guys!
back up.
No, they've got to get south.
No, there it is.
POV did. Alright, it's gonna go east of us. Alright, production, we're gonna come back south of the road. We just went north on it. Come up with a new plan of attack. Everybody remain calm. It's right there to our west. See? Now you know where it is. It's due west of us. Go a little further. To the edge of those trees. Yeah, you got time. Keep going, please. Keep going. This tornado's moving southeast. We're behind. Hang in there. Go. Keep going. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Go. Please. Here you go. You gotta trust me. This speed will be perfect right here. This speed's perfect. All right, guys. Right here's good. Yeah. A little further. Multi-vortex.
Starting to move north.
It's moving southeast.
Do I have to get out and go back there? No.
It's moving southeast, guys. We're gonna have to go again. I think we should do it.
Go back and yank the top right here.
This isn't gonna work. We gotta go a little further.
Go up this door if you're gonna do
We
it.
gotta go further, guys. We're still like way far away. If you want to get the Zorb, that'd be a good time to do it, though. Okay, right here's good. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill. Little beyond the hill.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, let's do it. All hill.
Yep. Okay, right here's good. Stop.
Stop right here.
One. Hey, stop! It's deploy. Deploy. Deploy everything. Wait.
Close it. Right here. Close.
You're fine.
Where is it?
It's right here. We're gonna have to get out of here. Oh wait, we're okay right here. Let it go.
No, it's pretty fucking fine. It's all right. It's not the middle.
You're all right. You got a hill right here. It's perfect. Stop right here. Stop. Power flashes.
That fucking house is gonna level us.
Hold on. Watch
Get out of the way
it.
of the house.
I can watch it. I'm watching it. Jesus. Slow it. Stop, please. The house is gonna be fine. Stop. Please don't move. You got anything else to deploy? No. Shoot the air cannon. Wait a little bit. Wait till it's in the inflow. Yeah, they'll stop right don't move. Please don't move the car until I tell you. I know.
They're just gonna miss us anyway.
Yeah, Billy. A purely wide angle. Okay, shoot the air cannon pretty soon. Here it comes.
What?
Not yet.
We'll drop down?
Go a little bit, get ready to go a little further. We're gonna shoot the air cannon. Oh, there's suction vortices. We are not getting in that one yet. It's coming at us. Perfect hill though.
Get on the Reno.
You got easterlies now, get ready. We're gonna have to drive south to deploy a little bit.
We'll be in perfect position. Think it's over the hill.
That is violent.
Yep, very violent.
Vortices are definitely left.
Get ready, punch it though.
Wow, look at that.
Get ready to punch it. Holy cow! Take it out.
I think we need to go south. Dude, we gotta get south.
I know. Let's get it. Gun it. We're gonna deploy up here.
Moving slow. Moving really slow.
Listen to the roar! Gun it! I got you. Come on, we can't shoot iPhone video. We gotta deploy. No, go! It's moving away from us. Get right up in there, then we're gonna deploy, okay? Get right up in there. We're fine. I'm watching you after the occlusion. You don't need to roll it up. You're fine. Deploy the cannon now. It's in there. Don't move, Todd. Don't close it. Go. Hold on. Don't drop down. It's going to kill me. You're okay. Do not do it. Do not drop down. Please. No, it isn't. It only looks that way because of the wind. Oh, do your windshield wipers, hurry. God. The probe went up, it's gone.
I think it fell on the field.
Are you serious? It's gonna get pulled in, don't worry. The Zorb is in there.
Let's drop down.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Go up the window.
All right.
Nailed with hail.
Everybody get out, drop it down.
Drop down.
Drop down!
Windows up. Shit. Another fucking spot. Holy shit.
Is it coming back at us?
Yeah. Back up.
Oh, we're good.
No, just drop it flush. We're good right here. Stop.
No.
Please stop.
It's backing up.
Yeah, back up.
Back it up.
Back it up!
Can't see.
Hurry! It's just rear end flow, Jack.
No, it's backed up fast.
Dude, you guys, you're gonna go off the road. You're okay. We just got easterlies out. Windshield wiper. Right here's good. Right there's it is backing up.
Yeah, it's going. Come right out.
It's okay now.
We're all right. It's not gonna like.
Shit.
It's fine.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, horizontal.
South of I-40, on Reno south of I-40. It's going to be right here in front of me, Mike. It's coming down right now. Very, very, very low to the ground. The entire vortex coming down to the ground, Mike. I've got to back out of it in time. Very, very close.
Too close to it.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, I do.
Alright, we're getting really close.
Okay.
Slow us up.
Bethany is 645. 4 acres, 646.
Crossing us right in front of us.
Softball size little stones.
Free shed.
Wow.
It's hitting stuff. Oh no, hit something.
I might need your phone.
Baseballs!
We got a
Baseballs! Baseballs!
Baseballs! Hey, it's Reed. We got baseball side. Never mind.
Wow.
All right, here's damage.
Watch out, power line right there.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, take your next east right here. Follow Dick. Yes.
Okay.
Left. Back side. Major debris.
Okay, how far do we go here?
Keep going. Keep going straight for a long way. West Oklahoma City, West OKC, Reno Street, just southwest of El Reno. Circulation. It's a violent tornado back there, and this thing is getting stronger, getting bigger, getting wrapped in rain. This is a tornado that we do not want to intercept. This is a very violent tornado. People in the path of this thing need to be underground. They need to be in their tornado shelters.
We have Mark Dillard, we have Reed.
Road work, I had utility work, we're okay. Expanding. Keep going, buddy. Look at the debris coming down. We're still in a rural area, but there's definitely debris flying from the sky. It is growing in size, as you can see here. Look all to the right. We got big problems here. Oh, there's a suction vortex to the south. See that? Another one right there on the back side of it. That's on the back side of the tornado right there. This thing has multiple tornadoes. Debris right there. Yeah, I agree. There's multiple tornadoes. Another one on the back side. There's a mile-wide circulation with cones and stovepipes rotating all around it. This is just like Salina a couple days ago all over again. It's almost stationary now, it looks like. There's the left side. There's the right side. And everybody okay? Back her up.
Back up, back up. Watch you don't get rear-ended here.
Can we get out of there? Wow, all right, we just ripped the hood off.
Okay.
The tornado actually ripped our hood off of the Dominator. The hood is missing. This is.
Oh my gosh.
Go that way. Go back.
Wow.
Down line
Yeah.
there.
You guys all right?
You gotta go back.
Large tornado! Wedge! We got a tornado on the ground, guys! Just to my left! There it is! Oh, wow! It's coming down! Tornado touching down! There it is! It is trying. Wrap it around it. Yeah. Yeah, further right it could even be bigger. You think it could be across south of us? Probably gonna go north of us, maybe. Probably gonna be there now. That was included. That's crazy. It'll come down any second. RP left. Could be a wedge. Almost guarantee it. Objects are almost on the ground. There's pressure, I think. This is going to be our deployment.
My God.
We've got northerly inflow going to it.
Yeah.
Tightening there. Further west. Further west. Definitely tightening further west now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, yes, right there.
There it is. There it is right. It's going to be a big one. Look at the wedge, though. I see a wedge. Which one would you deploy on?
Oh, it's so bad.
What do you guys think? Wait for it? Wait for the big one? There it is! There it is! All right, motion!
This is perfect.
Where's it going?
All right, no, we got to figure out an intercept point. They go to the west. Cut across the road. Well, as long as we're in the catch, man. If we do want to, we'll be right here. All right, it's going to move you north. Yeah, this will work. There it is! Work, Jack. Get ready. Get the radar ready.
Reporting it.
This thing. It's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be a wedge to the right. I think we want to deploy the wedge. Guys, I think we'll deploy in the wedge. For the right.
Fire them all, man. Let's do it.
All right, Joel, if we can get into that inflow thing, we can get it. Is that road traveled? Let me check it out. Check out this road. If we can take this road, we'll deploy on it. Coming. Go shoot up. Yeah, ready.